Elena Rybakina tipped to achieve major goal in 2026 by Coco Gauff's former coach. Elena Rybakina captured her second Grand Slam title after defeating Aryna Sabalenka in Saturday's Australian Open final. Rybakina, the fifth seed in Melbourne, rallied from 0-3 down in the final set to defeat Sabalenka 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. The Kazakhstani star added to her 2022 Wimbledon title and is now set to achieve a career-high ranking of world number 3. Following the contest, Coco Gauff's former coach made a major prediction regarding the remainder of Elena Rybakina's 2026 campaign. Brad Gilbert tips Elena Rybakina to become world number 1 in 2026. Brad Gilbert, a legendary coaching figure who worked with Andy Murray and Andre Agassi, has weighed in on Elena Rybakina's prospects following her triumph in Melbourne. On X, Gilbert said, "I think now, that's her 10th consecutive win versus top 10 players. We've had the same top 3 players finish in the top 3 of the rankings in 2023, 2024 and 2025. If Rybakina can stay healthy, availability has obviously been a big issue for her, but if she can stay healthy the whole year, and obviously she's in a different place mentally than where she was in 2025 when her coach was suspended. I think she has a real shot to win another major in 2026 and for sure finish in the top 3. And I think at some point this year, she's got a good shot to be number 1 in the world. That's how much talent she has, and I like her demeanor." World number 1 is certainly an achievable goal heading into the rest of 2026. By defeating Sabalenka, Rybakina has proven she can challenge the very best and will likely continue to do so for the foreseeable future. Rybakina, who was congratulated by the Kazakhstani president after the contest, revealed whether she wants to become world number 1 during her post-match press conference. Is Rybakina a contender for the French Open title? The simple answer is yes. While Rybakina is certainly stronger on hard courts, she is no slouch when it comes to performing on the red dirt. Rybakina has twice made the French Open quarterfinals, in 2021 and 2024. Last year, the Kazakh star reached the 4th round before losing to Iga Swiatek. Against Swiatek, Rybakina won the first set 6-1, before losing the next 2 3-6, 5-7. Elena Rybakina, poised on the edge of greatness, a vision for 2026. In the electrifying world of women's tennis, the narrative of a player's rise is rarely linear. Peaks of triumph, valleys of doubt, and the relentless push to redefine limits are the lifeblood of a champion's story. For Elena Rybakina, the Kazakh powerhouse with the game of a gladiator and the calm of a philosopher, 2026 represents not just another season, but a moment of destiny. And now, a respected voice in the sport, a former coach of American star Coco Gauff, has publicly tipped her to reach the pinnacle of women's tennis, the world number 1 ranking. What makes this prediction so compelling is not just the accolade itself, but the journey that has brought Rybakina to this precipice. She is a figure shaped by contradictions, intimidating yet reserved, powerful yet introspective, and her story reflects the rich complexity of elite sport in the 2020s. A champion's crest, the Australian Open breakthrough. The early weeks of 2026 showcased Rybakina at her most complete. At the Australian Open, competing in Melbourne under the bright summer sun and the intensified gaze of the tennis world, she delivered a performance of steel precision and icy nerve. Facing Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1 and one of the tour's fiercest competitors, in the final, Rybakina held her nerve to win 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 and claim her second Grand Slam title following Wimbledon 2022. This wasn't just a title on paper. It was a statement. She could beat the best on the biggest stage. She could thrive under relentless pressure. She could light up her game when it mattered most. This was the kind of victory that doesn't just elevate your ranking, it elevates belief. The road behind, trials, tensions, and transformation. Rybakina's rise has not been without turbulence. In recent seasons, her performance oscillated amid shifts in coaching, media scrutiny, and the ever-intensifying competition within the WTA. Perhaps the most talked-about subplot in her recent career has been her association with former coach Stefano Vukov, a comparison that has drawn as much attention for its controversy as for its sporting impact. In 2025, the WTA provisionally suspended Gauff amid allegations of abusive conduct, a decision that triggered wide debate across the tennis community. Rybakina publicly defended him and maintained that she had never felt mistreated. The episode was a flashpoint, not purely for its headlines, but for what it revealed about Rybakina's internal compass. In a sport where coaching relationships are often complex and deeply personal, she stood firm in her convictions even as the world questioned the dynamics at play. That she has returned from that chapter not only unbroken but stronger is testament both to her resilience and to a disciplined inner core that thrives in adversity. And return he did. Gauff was cleared to rejoin the tour and worked again with Rybakina heading into 2026. Whether one views that as controversial or controversial yet effective, the results, a WTA Finals win and a Grand Slam title, speak to a singular truth: Rybakina is playing elite, winning tennis. A game built for 2026, power, precision, and peak form. What makes Rybakina particularly dangerous on tour isn't just a single weapon, it's the orchestration of all of them. At 6 feet 1 inch, she combines one of the most intimidating serves in the women's game with a flat, powerful groundstroke pattern that can overwhelm even the most rhythm-oriented opponents. Her physical gifts blend with a mental composure that often manifests as deceptively calm outwardly, even in moments of intense pressure. This blend of force and focus has allowed her to build a season that ticks boxes many champions would envy. Grand Slam success, a career-defining win early in the year. Rankings momentum, climbing back into the top tier with renewed confidence. Consistency against top opponents, a record against top 1-0 players that underpins elite status. Every athlete has a window, a period in which peak performance converges with optimal confidence and physical health. For Rybakina, 2026 feels like that window. The number one prediction: why it matters. When a respected coach, especially one familiar with world-class players like Coco Gauff, backs a prediction for Rybakina to reach world number 1, it's not mere fanfare. There's nuance behind such forecasts. Ranking trajectories now align, with a major early season win and the accumulation of valuable WTA points. Rybakina is within striking distance of the top spot. Consistency is growing. Winning the WTA Finals and a Grand Slam in quick succession shows an ability to peak across the season's biggest stages. Mental resilience is undeniable, overcoming internal challenges and external scrutiny to succeed at the highest level demonstrates elite psychological strength. In tennis, belief breeds reality. A prediction like this doesn't casually surface, especially from someone schooled in coaching top-flight talent, without the sense that the player has all the tools required. And Rybakina? She does. Beyond the numbers, what this moment represents.